Welcome back, everyone. It is tax time, but it also means that is, boy, a time for scammers out there when there's no better person to bring in and talk about scams going around, scams to be aware of than the president of the local BBB. And, of course, that is Dick Epstein. Good to have you back on the program, Dick.
Good to be back.
See, so, yeah, you brought this to our attention. Scams going on involving the IRS. Maybe get right to it.
We're getting a ton of phony emails now from what look like the IRS, and they say there's something wrong with your taxes, you owe us more money, or we've frozen your refund, and you're in trouble, or we're filing charges against you, threatening stuff. And of course, the IRS never does this. You never get an email from the Internal Revenue, so they're clearly scams. The Internal Revenue folks notifies you with a letter in an envelope that comes in the mail. So we're talking to consumers who are panicking because they get these emails, and they they call the number, they email the number to give information that wasn't complete, and these characters can steal their identity, or they send money. You know, if you don't send us $200, we're going to press charges against you, and they send $200.
Uncle Sam's coming after me. Right?
It's just, it never ends.
Is it mainly older folks, or everybody falls prey to this?
There are scams that hit the older folks, and there are scams that hit everybody. The IRS one, for example, hits everybody. And I've heard from young couples in their 20s who are panicking because they get these emails. On the other hand, the messages that you've won $1 million and congratulations, or your bank notifies you that there's a problem with your account. A lot of that stuff comes from, hits the older folks. And of course, the grandma scam, which is a worldwide scam now, where you get a phone call that your grandchild is in trouble and grandma, can you send me money? That almost exclusively hits the seniors. Yeah,
and I've received some from the header. The slug is from somebody I know, that they're stuck in Argentina.
Yes.
Somebody stole their wallet.
Yeah,
they don't have, you know.
We just had that last week. Yeah. We had a fellow who was stuck in London. He had been robbed.
Always somebody who you know, though.
Yes.
Managed to.
Well, they hijack the mailing lists from people's computers. You've got to be careful when you go to a common space and do internet of any kind. If you go to a place that's got Wi-Fi and it's not secured, you've got to be careful. They can intercept your mailing lists, send these things out. If you're traveling overseas, they can do that. I was robbed. My plane was hijacked to Nigeria, and I'm stranded here. Can you send me $1,800? Was the one we saw last week.
Yeah, exactly. You got to have your head on a swivel. Yeah. I mean, no question about it. Your website really does a good job for consumers, I think. If you have a question about a certain charity, you can go to that. If you want to hear a message from Dick Epstein, I think you just click on that video there, Dick, that we have up. Yeah. And also, people wonder all the time where to provide dollars for charities, because there are so many here in Northwest Ohio, and this is one of the best things I think this Better Business Bureau chapter does, and it's the charity giving guide. And I've got one up here right now. We come back to us here on the set, Dick, and you got a couple of copies here, but you're sending out a ton of them. Maybe speak to this.
It's incredible. We've probably, since we published this book about a month ago, we're probably close to 10,000 that we've sent out. And they're free to consumers. They can go to our website and just click on the link and put your name and address in, or call us up, or stop in if you're on King Road, and we'll give you copies. But consumers are always hit for money, for charities. Right now, we've got a heart disease charity that's soliciting out of Tennessee, sending letters to everybody, and less than 5% of the money you donate to them ever goes to help victims of heart disease. Almost all of the money goes to fundraising. So we keep track of that, and consumers can find out a lot of that from this book, or they can call us up and check out charities all the time. And that also tends to move toward the seniors. We dropped off over 1,000 of these books at the Lucas County Senior Centers last week, and they just love the books. They said, these are great, we'll take them home, we'll put them by our phone, put them on our desk where we write the checks to the charities. And we want people to donate, but we want them to give to legitimate charities, and I prefer that they give to local charities instead of these outfits out of who knows where.
To be honest, most of your grades are pretty good. But the ones that are interesting and you take a little heat for them are the failures to disclose.
That's correct. Well, we go to charities and we say we think charities should be transparent and we think they should be accountable. And what are you doing? Can you give us your audits and your literature and your board minutes?
If you have nothing to hide, then.
Yeah. And a lot of charities are great and they give us everything. For some reason, some charities, either because they're too busy or they don't see the need to do it, don't respond to us. And we try to get information from them. And finally, we have to publish this book and say failure to respond. We don't want to do that. We want to have people knowing that your charity is good. So if anyone out there is working with one of these charities, encourage them to respond to the Better Business Bureau. And we're updating the book all the time. We'll have it updated on the internet. We give reports out to consumers all the time. And if you do cooperate with us, we'll certainly put that fact out.
Well, this is a personal question. You've been with the BBB for how many decades, Dick?
Well, I started with the BBB when I got home from Vietnam in 1972.
Wow. And I've known you ever since I came to Toledo in 1986. Yeah. Worked at WSPD Radio for a good time. And then you had your own show on the air at SPD, right?
For years.
On the weekend.
Saturday morning.
Really a fascinating listen to hear you go for half an hour at a time. So congratulations to everything you've done there.
Thank you.
So, but you are a dynamo, and you show no signs of slowing down.
This is fun. Why would I slow down? I mean, every day, every time you pick up the phone at the Better Business Bureau, there's something new, and it's exciting, and it's frustrating, and it's aggravating. But we have a great staff, and we fight to protect consumers against fraud, and sometimes we have to fight with consumers to try to keep them from losing their money. But it's something I've loved doing, and I just enjoy keeping it up.
Fought the fight in Vietnam and fighting the fight for consumers for 4 decades.
Something like that. Yeah.
Congratulations, Dick.
Thanks, Lee.
On everything you've done. We appreciate it, and for being here this morning.
My pleasure.
Conklin & Company continues right after this.